All right, let's see. Hello there. Good evening, everyone. If you're here to talk about or listen to or learn about womb challenges, just wave so I know why you're here. Well, give me a thumbs up in the chat if that's why you're here today. So, good evening. I was wondering if I caught you all at a good time today because, baby, the way this sun going down early, I be ready to go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed right now. So, good evening. Oops. Why I say block? I'm not trying to block nobody. Nice to see you sitting on my throne. How are you and all your 1,000 bottles of washes? I was like, when this girl orders, she order. I'm late sending out emails because I can't find my laptop like a crazy person. So first of all, how's everybody doing tonight? Doing good? Just a good time for you all. I haven't been on live. I feel like I haven't been on live in a month. But I just wanted to make it quick. Oh, and if you have any questions for me, you can put it in the question area. It's been a while. I feel like I'm old. I don't know what I'm doing no more. So we are going to talk about different womb issues and just the common ones that I deal with my clients, with family members, with friends, because everybody has something different going on. And I feel like even if you don't feel like you have an issue, you should still tune in because you have a vagina. You may not have a womb, but you have a vagina, so you should still tune in. So I want to talk about being connected with your womb. So that's where I want to start at. Hey, Melissa. This was just spur of the moment because I was getting my hair done today and I was tired of sitting down. I said I should go live tonight. So I want to talk about being connected with your womb. Because I feel like a lot of women are desensitized to being in touch with their womb and their intuition. So I'm just curious to know, how often do you feel like you ignore your intuition? Let's say, I can't even think of an example, where something where you got to pause before you do it and you go along with it anyway. For example, I'm going to give you an example. Let me know if something like this has happened to you recently. I was ordering something for my kids in the drive-thru. I gave the guy my card. And the way, I don't like giving people my card. I like it when I can tap it from the drive-thru so I can still see my card. But I gave him my card because it wasn't that option. And the way he was positioned, it was like in the cut where I couldn't see him. And I felt like he was taking mad long with my card. I'm like, okay, nigga, swipe my stuff and give it back. So in my mind, I want to be like bang on the window like, hey, what you doing? It just felt off to me. Did that make sense? If you know that, you get what I'm saying so far, give me a thumbs up or something. So, I want to say maybe later on that week or next week, I had an $800 charge from Ticketmaster. And I am 100% certain that it came from this person in the drive-thru, like took a picture of my card or something. You trying to see what I'm saying? So my first instinct was, I don't want to give him my card. I'll just come inside. But, I'm in a drive-thru because I'm being lazy. And it felt weird where I was sitting there all that time waiting for him to give me my card back. Because all it takes is one swipe, get my card back, right? Swipe and give it back. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? So, getting back in touch with your intuition. Like, as soon as you feel something that's right, you trust your first instinct. You don't second guess. I feel like as women, we do that a lot. And I'm just giving that as an example for that. Of course, I'm talking about men. Another example is you having an issue with your vagina. You go to your OBGYN. They run tests and they say, oh, you're fine. We don't see anything. You're normal. But your instinct is saying, well, this is not normal for me. I feel like something is off. Instead of listening to your doctor, being in tune with yourself and your own body and say, okay, something is wrong. And if the doctor is not going to help me, then I need to get a second opinion. I need to look at some holistic remedies, XYZ, because that's where I was in my journey. So I'm working on an interview right now. So they asked certain questions, and I had to go back to where I started my whole holistic journey, my whole healing journey. So my journey started from, I don't know, I think it was like 2009. And the issues I was having chronic constipation because I was eating McDonald's every day because that was cheap. It was cheap, it was fast, that was in my budget to eat McDonald's. That's when stuff was like $1 on the dollar menu. Had chronic constipation and I had recurring BV. So I was going to the doctor. They give you the whole antibiotics. They give you, the antibiotics. And you good for a couple of days. And next thing you know, you got a yeast infection for the BV. And it was like a recurring cycle. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm just going to keep coming to the doctor. You're going to keep giving me a refill and nothing's going to get better. So that's when I took my health into my own hands and started eating better, being conscious. That's when I first started getting colonics. I started juicing. So all these things led me into where I am today with, I guess you can say womb healing. So I said all that to say that self-care and being back in tune with your womb is most important. For example, last week my daughter, might have been this week, my daughter gets cramps when she's on her cycle. I never had cramps before. And so she don't really tell me stuff. She's like very private. My youngest daughter tell me everything. And I think she got so used to the pain that it's normal. Did that make sense? So let's just say you 30 years old and you always had cramps. So that's normal for you. Nothing to be alarmed. But in all actuality, it's not necessary to be in pain while you're on your cycle. So we need to stop getting used to things that are not normal, such as cramps, painful periods, long periods. And I say long periods is anything over 3 days. Shocking, right? Heavy periods, but I don't know how often do y'all normally change your pads? I would say once or twice, maybe 3 times a day is normal when you have a healthy diet. Blood clots, not normal. Brown blood, black blood, purple blood, not normal. And I'm just thinking about like some of my recent clients that I had. It's normal for them. Right? So it's not like you're on a good path. Having a foul odor before, after you start your period, itching. I had a client recently that started coming back to me because she would just be itching down there, on a regular basis. Her doctor said she didn't have yeast. So we started steaming, put her on a regimen, and it's definitely helping so far. So like I said, being in tune with yourself, self-care is very important. So that's my main focus for this month. So I want to know, does anybody have any issues right now? And that's the scary thing, being true to myself. The doctors will let you bleed to death until you need a blood transfusion. I remember early on in my career, it don't feel like a career, just something I love to do. This woman inboxed me, was like, I've been bleeding for 6 months straight. The doctors don't know what's wrong. They're not going to give me anything. They can't give me anything. I'm just like, so they just going to let you keep bleeding? Like, she was bleeding heavy. I'm not talking about on her period. She said nonstop. And she was in Atlanta. She just inboxed me. And I said, take this herb and let me know what happened. She took the herb. The bleeding stopped immediately. And she was like, thank you so much. I ain't charged or nothing. I didn't, it was just like, okay, you about to bleed to death. So you need to take this and you need to take it now. Because obviously the doctor's not helping. And I'm sure doctors get paid way more than I do. A quite hefty salary just for them to come in and tell you some shit, that you already knew. So, like I was saying, does anybody have any issues in particular, like endometriosis, fibroids, fertility issues, heavy bleeding, or maybe you have pain that you don't know why you're having pain, excruciating pain on a monthly basis? It can be when you're on your period, you're not on your period, recurring yeast to BV, anybody on my life. Oh, if you're not too shy, because some people don't want people in their business when it comes to their vagina. But I just told y'all I had BV before I started this whole yoni steam business. And I had to do it myself. I had to figure it out myself. So it's nothing to be ashamed about. We all got vaginas. Sheesh. So, I want to do a detox challenge starting on, I think I said, let me see what I put on here. A detox challenge is going to be on December, I want to say the 9th. Let me make sure because I don't want to lie. Oh, here we go. December 9th, I want to start a 21-day detox. I haven't had a period since April. I did go months without it. These months on. Yeah, so we got an imbalance there. I use a super... yeah, that's too much blood, sis. You need that energy. You need some energy. And Aaron, I'm just curious, have you ever been tested for fibroids? And while we're on the subject of fibroids, one thing that irritates me with doctors, and they be like, oh, you have a small fibroid. It's the size of this, so, don't worry about it. It's not giving you no issues right now. Don't worry about it. Incorrect. Even though fibroid is a non-cancerous tumor, it still has blood vessels, veins. It takes your nutrients. It takes your iron. So that's why you'll be very tired, irritated. And if you don't address the core wound, which is usually emotional, it will grow. Or they tell you to get surgery. You get surgery, and then they'll come right back because you haven't addressed the root issue, which is usually emotional. Emotional issues, repressed emotions, anger, just a whole bunch of different things. Yes, and it's unfortunate that that's the option that they give us. I had a client at the time, like when I first started, she was under 30. She had a collapsed uterus because she's a nurse and she lifts patients. And the first thing they told her to do is get a hysterectomy. So that was the only option they gave her, which is a whole lot of different options, which reminds me to get in touch with one of my associates. I know a lady that does womb massage. So I'm sorry, I have ADHD, so my brain be all over the place. So excuse me. That was not the only option for her. She wasn't even sure in her 20s if she wanted to have another child or not. And I told her, I was like, well, you could have did X, Y, Z. And that wasn't to make her feel bad, but just to let you know that you always have another option. Don't always go with the doctor. They'll make you seem like it's life or death because I'm pretty sure they get paid a lot to do surgeries. That's really what it's about. You might come across a doctor that really cares about you, but it's often that they want to get you in and out. Okay, go ahead and get surgery. You ain't got to worry about it. Because most of the time, when you want to get your tubes tied, they try to give you a hard time with it. So, yes, especially for Black women. And I do a lot of research on why Black women have so many issues with our womb and our uterus. From, compared to other races. And they say this based on the products we use as seducing. But I feel it is the stress, repressed issues. Women in the Black community go through different childhood experiences that white people and other, people do not. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it. So it is our responsibility to get back in tune with ourselves and listen to our bodies. Don't let the doctor tell you you're fine when you know that you're not fine. I'm not saying don't go to doctors. Definitely go to doctors. The doctors are good for getting tested for stuff, diagnosing, but it doesn't mean you always have to get the treatment. And a lot of times women, by the time they seek treatment, they get so frustrated. They're like, okay, well, just go ahead, take everything out. Whenever you have any type of surgery done to your uterus, that's going to affect your hormones. That's going to affect you. So always keep that in mind. I'm all over the place. So how would I remove them without surgery? Are you talking about fibroids? So you cannot... I noticed it got worse after my tubes got removed. So yeah, any type of surgery is going to affect your body for the good or the bad. I just had a friend who's in her 40s. She just got a hysterectomy. And even though she's not having a heavy bleeding, she's still having pain. She can't really reuse her vagina. So yeah, it helps one thing. You can't remove fibroids. You can dissolve them. And there's a lot of herbs good for that. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. It's your diet. It's your emotions. Those are the three things that's going to help you the most. Diet, emotions, herbs. And, you don't just wake up one day you have fibroids. Those are something that's grown over years. And a lot of times us as women, we're not patient. So we think, oh, let me just pop something in my coochie real quick and I'm going to get rid of this fibroid. You need to be patient with yourself because when they started, giving you issues, so you have to be patient with your body. And I say that's why you should join the 21-day detox. And it's just really simple things. I don't want to stress people out because I get easily overwhelmed. So it's just about, a mental detox, food choices, staying hydrated. And if you would like to get some herbs, I had some of those as well. But 21 days of being really focused on everything, your mental health, your physical health, and, what you're intaking, your nutritional stuff. So that is one way to gauge. So when you have fibroids, if you want to know if something is working, you start looking at your energy levels. You start looking at your periods. Are they getting lighter? Are they getting shorter? That is going to tell you what's going on in the inside of your womb. Me personally, I don't recommend just getting surgery just to get it over with. But some women, they just like, I dealt with this long enough and they're not patient. And I respect you. It's your vagina, it's your uterus, do whatever works for you. So yeah, probably some hormonal imbalance, Aaron. Okay. Oh yeah, so the 21-day detox is why I'm here. So the 21-day detox, like I said, we're going to talk about emotional health, nutritional health, and physical health. All those things go hand in hand. I'm going to give you a guide. And if you are interested, those who are interested, I'm going to have this tea. This is a herbal tea that helps balance your hormones. I just gave it to my daughter, whatever day she was on her period. Acting like she's about to die. And within minutes of taking this tea, which is safe for, teenagers, because she's about to be 16 next month. So my daughter texts me now. This is a 30-day supply, but we're doing 21 days because I want you to, note it and notice the difference. Journal, whatever you need to do. The tea you can take once or twice a day. You can take it every day. And you should notice, where my AirPods at? You'll notice different in your cycles, your mood, your hormone levels, PMS, etc., etc. This is the loose leaf tea, by the way. And then we had the Green Queen Supreme. The Green Queen Supreme is going to give you energy. It's going to help you poop. It's going to help you feel fuller longer. And like I said, for those who decide to order tonight, the challenge starts December 9th. So I made it after Thanksgiving and you would stop right before New Year's Eve. So I just want you to give yourself a chance to know what it feels like to be properly hydrated, to eat enough, to get enough sleep, to include some physical activity every day, to journal some emotions. All of these things are part of detox. Now, even if you decide not to buy the product, you can still join the 21-day challenge. And we'll be doing something different every, weekly. I know I gotta keep in the stock. Every time I think I'm making some more, I'm interested. Oh, if you want to come in for a steam, you can. Okay, happy birthday, Sagittarius. My daughter's birthday is on the 11th. So, when we get off this live, you're going to go to my website. Let me see. I think I can put it in here. Hold on, guys. So when we get off this live, I have it up here. I'm only going to have it up for tonight, and it's going to be discounted. It's the herbal tea, the nutritional guide, the 21 nutritional guide, detox guide, and trust me, I'd have been on a lot of juice fasts in my life to help you with this, and the tea. And we'll check in maybe once a week to see how everybody's doing. I want you to just track how you feel. If you want to track your weight, that's fine. But I feel like women over 30 especially, stepping on the scale is not always helpful. Sometimes you got to go by how your clothes fit, not necessarily jumping on the scale. Oh, yeah. So if you want to purchase the project, you can get both of those for $90. That's the sale price. And we got Sezzle, Affirm, PayPal, something else. It's something else. I'm always forgetting something. But we have payment plan options as well. But if you order now, you'll get it way before December 9th, so you can start on the 9th. And it's just going to be real simple stuff. I think I'm going to do a YouTube just so people can, have the video to refer to. So I'm going to keep it simple things that'll help you detox. Because it's all about feeling better. It's all about self-care. And I can admit, as a mother and as a business owner, a lot of times I put myself last. I forget to eat. I forget to drink water. And it should be the opposite. Whether you're a mother or not, you should always put yourself first. You should always put your health first, because we already know if something happens to us health-wise, they're going to replace us the next day. I forgot. I seen something on my timeline. Somebody died. Damn, I can't remember what it was. Somebody died in the same night they put out. Oh, the shooting in Oxon Hill. Or whatever it was, I forgot the store. Security guard got shot. And by that night, they had a job posting out to replace his ass. I shouldn't say his ass because he did, but you know what I'm trying to say. To replace him like he wasn't nothing. So that's on the website, and I wanted to show you all what's going to be coming out Black Friday. Oh, y'all still tuned in. I'm glad. Yes, you can take both together. So preferably you want to take the Green Queen Supreme in the morning on an empty stomach. And you can take the tea in the morning or in the evening. And the key to both these things is you want to stay hydrated. Because when I fix my tea, I don't use a regular teacup, but you can. When I drink my tea, I use one of those mason jars. One of those big mason jars, and I fill mine up. But we'll talk about that on the detox. So, if you haven't already seen me post these. So, these are my Yoni Steam blends that I am going to have out around Black Friday-ish. So, these are Yoni Steam blends. Because I have a lot of women that cannot get to me that need to steam. And I'm going to give you an example of somebody that needs to steam, but they probably don't think they need to steam. This is our detox blend, which is this. Now, I made these labels a long time ago. So, same thing. Balance your hormones. PCOS, fertility. Endometriosis. Yoni Steam blends. This is for the new mommies. This is not a Yoni Steam. This is something you put in your bath. And the only thing I don't have is my my infections blend for bacteria, vaginosis, and yeast. So I'm just showing you all to that because it took me a long time to make my mind, but I finally have. I'm going to have the blends, and then I have the whole setup. So I was looking online at how people normally have their Yoni steams. And I decided how I wanted mine to be. I do not agree with people using plastic to steam. Never did it. And if you do, that's your business. I'm just saying me personally. Because, you absorb those toxins into your body. You may not have any symptoms now, but later on that can affect you. And a lot of products have Proposition 65 on them. And that means this warning is a California warning that the use of this product can cause reproductive issues. If you think I'm lying, Google Proposition 65. A lot of that shit is in Marshalls and Ross. If y'all pay attention, I pay attention to everything. So, I don't agree with my clients sitting on the toilet. I do not agree with using plastic. FYI, but if that's what you choose to do, like I said, it's your vagina, it's your life. And we're also going to have these. This is the Fuckboy Detox Spiritual Wash. And this is the spray. So this spray is not for your vagina. You spray yourself. You bless yourself. These come with affirmation cards. And if you want a whole kit, I have a journal as well. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I just journaled yesterday while I was steaming. And I think this whole new moon energy we just had just put a shift in me. Because I was just ready to release some shit. I was really ready to shave my head this morning. Before I got my hair done. I wanted to just cut the shit off. But when I was washing my hair, I was like, damn, I got a dent right here in my head. So I was like, nah, I can't go bald. So, I was like, damn, I got a dent in my head. Somebody dropped it in my head when I was a baby. So I said, I can't go bald. So I just went on and got my hair done. But I just want you all to remember that not one thing causes another thing. Everything is connected. For instance, if you are stressed out, for some reason you're stressed out in life, that could be work, family, husband, family, sick family member, your kids getting on your nerves, that is going to affect your period. That'll make it heavier. So it's not just one thing. It's emotions, it's diet, it's the products that we use, it's how we think. So that is the whole definition of holistic. It's everything together. So I feel like I done talked long enough. I want to know if you have any questions for me. Hopefully I didn't miss them. Let me see. Nobody put any questions in the box, but let me know if you have any questions for me. And FYI, while we're here, all my herbs are organic. I make these blends myself. This is what I have been using with my clients the whole time. I always make my own blends. I'm very intuitive. I know what each person needs. Oh, another blend I don't have on here is my anxiety blend. So I have the infections and the anxiety blend. And later on down the line, I'm going to have my special shit. Like my tight poom poom, my juicy booty, my do me duo. All that extra shit. That's later on down the line. So I want to know, do you have any questions for me? Because I need to watch Handmaid's Tale tonight. I started watching something this morning. It gave me a heart attack while I was washing my hair. I want to know if you have any questions for me. And by the way, if you don't already know, I just checked this and I was like, God damn, y'all old. I've been in business for 7 years. I took my I just did this interview, so I had to go look up some dates, and that's like, damn, you old girl. I did my training in 2014 for yoni steaming, when nobody knew what yoni steaming was. In 2015, I took my fertility class, because when I started, y'all might think this is common now, but in 2014, it was not. Nobody knew what a yoni was in 2014. Okay. I did that training. I did my fertility training. I did my doula training because I wanted to know everything I could learn about vaginas, wombs, the cycles from when you start your period through menopause, all the different issues. And thankfully, I'm very intuitive with people, and I know what they need before they even tell me what they're coming in for. So all these things help me with this business. So, no, I'm not just somebody that makes products. No, I'm not somebody just yoni steaming because it's trendy. It was not trendy in 2014. I had to convince people to trust me to let me steam their vaginas. And I take this very seriously. And I feel like all women should steam throughout their entire lives. And I'll give you an example of somebody that need to steam their coochie, but don't know they need to steam their coochie. For instance, I had a customer who ordered something, and she forgot to put her apartment number on her address. It already shipped out. So I was like, you need to, you have to contact UPS and see if they can send it to your apartment number, because she still never told me the apartment number. Or you can create a UPS My Choice account and have them redirect it. You can pick it up from anywhere, And she just immediately had attitude. She was like, oh, if my stuff gets shipped back, I'm getting a refund. Now, I don't know what she sound like, but that's the energy she was giving me. Because you know how you can tell when you can read the email and that was my attitude. I'm like, damn, baby. I was like, you the one forgot your apartment number, not me. So I told her what to do. And she was just like, well, if it gets sent back, I'm just going to get a refund. So she ain't never make any attempts to change her address. So she said, okay, so it's getting sent back. So how long is it going to take me to get my money? And I said, you don't get no money back. I said, because I had to pay for your stuff to get shipped. So you don't get your money back. I have enough refund policy. And then she was like, oh, I forgot what she said, but it had something with bitch in it. She's like, oh, you raggedy bitch. This is very unprofessional. Now you calling me a bitch. And I'm unprofessional. And mind you, I'm very, if it gets returned, we can ship it back to you. You just have to pay for shipping again. Oh, I ain't paying for nothing. So it's like, yeah, you raggedy bitch, ring will never prosper in your business. And I'm just like, baby, I've been prospering. And one monkey don't stop the show. So that is one person that needs to steam. I might just send her, if I knew her apartment number, I would, baby, drink this tea and sit down and relax somewhere. But you just know people that's always have an attitude, their face always balled up. They need their coochie steam, because you cannot be happy. You're not happy if something going on with your vagina and your womb. Say I'm lying. Have you ever seen a happy person with BV? And you know somebody, one of your coworkers that got BV when they leave the bathroom. Have you ever seen a happy person with BV or with coochie issues? I have not seen a happy person. Me personally. Okay, I ran my mouth too long. But if your emotions are not in check, if you're just an angry person, you need to steam your coochie. You got some emotions that you need to release, is what I'm trying to say. And as Queen Afua said, I didn't say this. Queen Afua, I hope y'all know who Queen Afua is. She said, get the bitch out. So a lot of people need to get the bitch out. If you're a bitch, you need to get it out. And that starts with getting in touch with your emotions and releasing that shit and letting it go. You got to let it go. If you don't release it, this is how we have different illnesses. Well, God bless whoever she is. Yes. And that's how I said, when I go to these public restrooms, I hate using public restrooms. It's very rare you come across a nice restroom that don't have a stank in it. Y'all know, like when y'all go to it, y'all be like, oh, I don't want to go here because it might smell like somebody coochie in here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put a thumbs up in the chat. Like I just want to hold it till I get home, but I really got to go because I don't want to go in this bathroom. It's going to smell like who done it in here. Because I'm one of those people, like, I just wait till I get home. But every time I go to a public restroom and I smell some, whatever it is, and sometimes I'm like, this can't be coochie. It can't be just coochie smell like that. Is it ass and coochie mixed up together? Because it ain't no way. And it say, even if it is ass and coochie, it should not smell this bad. Baby, you need to detox. Join this 21-day detox with me, please. Good, I'm not the only one. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Like, baby, we need to detox because something not right. Something is not right. You can smell that. You can smell that. I don't want to smell that smell when I go into a public restroom. But that's how I know that my services will always be needed. I don't care if you had a long day at work. I don't care if you had a burrito. It should not smell like that. It don't be smelling like, it be smelling like, I don't know, something old that need to be released. So let's release all this shit together. And by the way, you should. Some people might get used to it. I think some people get used to it because it ain't no way. You know how sometimes you got hurt, you use the bathroom, public bathroom, you got hold your breath, pee, squat, wipe. Like you squatting, you got hold your breath, you got hurt and wipe because somebody in the next store is just thinking, like, why is you, what? As my daughter say, because it's a TikTok thing, she about to be 16. Why is it already stinking? Like, we just got in the bathroom. You just sat down. Why is it already stinking? Okay, let me stop. So I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny because I told y'all I had BV before. And baby, it was stinking. And I was like, what's going on? I ain't never had no issue with my coochie before. And the next thing I know, we at the wharf, baby. I'm talking to people. People come to my cubicle and I got my legs crossed like this real tight. Because I think they can smell it because I can smell it. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. I be washing. I took the pills. My coochie still stink. And I was like, this is not the life for me. The stank coochie. But why is it already stinking and you just sat on the toilet? Like, if your ass open up, it smell like that. So let's do this detox together. Because I'm going to do it too. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do it. Because in my last relationship, I was taking birth control. And that shit blew me up. That shit got my hormones all over the place. So I need to detox those extra hormones. I need some more energy in my life right now. The sun is going down faster. And us black people, we need some vitamin D. We need our greens. So I'm going to be joining with you all. So you're going to see me. We can hold each other accountable. We're going to drink our tea every day. We're going to drink our Green Queen Supreme. We're going to make time for physical activity. We're going to make sure we drink our water. So we're going to hold each other accountable. And yeah, I talked long enough tonight. And Instagram only give you an hour. It's only been 30 minutes. I thought I was talking for 3 hours. So, the people on this live, if you want to join me, and the reason why I'm saying join now is so I can make sure you all get your stuff before December the 9th. And it's going to be discounted. And then once we finish our 21, I'll do another 21. And like I said, if you don't want to buy the products, you don't have to buy the products. You can still do everything else. Which I'll have a list. Is staying hydrated. Going to bed at a decent time. Foods to avoid. You can still join. So just let us know. Yes, it is. So it's just 2 things. You're going to get the tea. You're going to get the Green Queen Supreme. And you do it at home. It's a loose leaf tea. Just FYI. And then the guide you get, you do it at home. And you want to be consistent. And I'm not saying beat yourself up if you miss a day. But in 21 days, you should be able to notice a significant difference on how you feel, your energy levels, your periods, your mood. You should feel great, as we should. And I'm doing it after the holidays. So y'all go ahead and get it in Thanksgiving. And then let's get it together. You ain't have to wait till January 1st and, you know, to make a new resolution. You can start today. And yeah. Yeah, self-use. The BV elimination kit is for self-use. It's online. But this is not the BV. This is the 21 Detox Challenge. And it's on my website. And do you all have any other questions for me? Because I got to watch The Handmaid's Tale. I ain't got no kids tonight. So, that's it. Be More Body, hello. What's bomb, Aaron? You're talking about the Green Queen? You know, I just feel like no matter how much Green Queen I make, is never enough. Do you have any products for HPN? Do you have any products for women that, yes. I'm not going to say I have anything specifically for HPV, but I will tell you that my steam has helped women that used to get frequent outbreaks to not get outbreaks anymore. And one of my clients, I don't know if I'm allowed to legally say this, so I have to use my words carefully. I had a client that came in for stings who had cancerous cells. I gave her recommendations. Oh, my phone about to die. And when she went back for her follow-up, there were no cancerous cells. So I added some extra herbs for her that's specifically good for that. Had to charge my phone. So yeah, Kitty Box DC, keep doing what you're doing. So to answer your question, yes. But I feel like the steam alone will help you because it helps rejuvenate your cells. It helps you to detox, which is why I love the steam over everything. I have never done the yoni pearls, but sitting over heat and steam and herbs is going to help pull out and detox will need to be poured out. And you can feel the changes immediately. And I'm just curious since you're on here. So I'm going to have both options. I have an option where you can just get herbs and you can get the whole kit all together with everything. So I have both options there, but which one would you like? So yeah. But anything is going to work good if you're consistent with it. And I wish somebody had a BV elimination kit when I had BV, when I was walking around self-conscious all the time. Now, I don't think I was funking up the bathroom, but it was enough for me to smell. So I wish somebody had something like that when I was in my 20s trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with this coochie. But I can tell y'all what was happening with my coochie. It was the person I was dating at the time. It was him. His cheating penis. He's the one that gave me BV. And I got rid of it. And it was not an easy task. So yes. Go to wombtherapyindeed.com. You can get the kit. The 21 detox kit. Hold on. Let me make sure that this... I might have lied to y'all. I got to make sure it's visible. Because I was literally working on it. Okay, here we go. Oops, I ain't published yet. My bad. I'm not saying it's always the partner, but in my case, it was him. How dare you taint this vagina? I ain't never had no smell, no extra drip. So I was pissed off. Because why do I gotta smell like I went to the wharf on a 90-degree day? It's not always the male, but majority of the time, I ain't gonna say male. It's not always because somebody's cheating, but majority of the time. Because for example, my oldest daughter is diabetic, and we didn't know she was diabetic. And they said she had BV, and she's definitely a virgin, but it's just that her body was out of whack. And once she started getting her insulin, that balanced everything out. So I can't say it's always somebody cheating, but majority of the time. And you want to know. You're going to know. Your intuition going to tell you. When you tap into your intuition, when you tap in and listen, just listen. It'll tell you this nigga cheating. But my ass in the 20s was like, I need a confessional. I need you to admit to me that you cheated on me. Even though I got all the signs and proof I need, until you said it ain't real. That was 20-year-old, 20-something me. Now I'm just like, I had a dream about you. We can't do this. My dream told me you was lying. And that's it. Okay. Baby, Aaron, been there, done that. I never been married. Thank God I was engaged to get married to the same person. Thank the Lord I didn't. And do you think he changed? I think he about to get engaged, and I think he engaged about to get married to somebody else. Do you think he changed? Do you think he ain't still trying to hit this ill? Nah. So been there, done that. We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta stick together, get these coochies together. So the 21 Detox is on here. And I'm about to watch Handmaid's Tale. And by the way, I was getting my hair done today, and the last time I got my hair done, somebody was watching, what's it called, 90 Day Fiance? So when I got my hair done today, and 2 weeks ago when I got my hair done, they both was watching this show, and I was like, this is terrible. He insecure. He a narcissist. He said he not attracted to you, so why would you want to marry him? But I'm glad all the people that wasn't supposed to get married didn't get married. I was like, this is a mess. Child, it was irritating me. I was watching a reunion, he was crying. He was like, I don't remember saying these things to you. He was like calling her fat and saying she need to eat salad. And he was like, I don't remember. You're making me seem like a bad person. I was getting so triggered. I was like, this nigga is a narcissist. And he ain't even black. It's like, he's a narcissist. And she's like, no, I'm not blaming you. I forgive you. I'm like, girl, you gonna shut the fuck up? Like, I had nothing else to say to him. Like, he told you that you was fat. Anyway, I'm done. Hopefully y'all go get your 21-day detox so we can start together on the 9th. And yeah, Handmaid's Tale, here I come. Good night, ladies. Oh, let me put a link. I'm going to put a link in my stories.